Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They trail a one-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Terrell Edmonds comes flying in from safety for the sack.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Now Fitzpatrick. And the pressure gets to him again.
They were in the top 5 in sacks in the league coming into this one. That's their 3rd one in this game. Obviously, pass rush has been a strength of this team all year long.
And apparently they're not satisfied with top 5. They want to climb that ladder.
Yeah, I think it goes back to their offseason. They decided to make it a priority, and it's working out.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
To throw, Fitzpatrick. And they're going to try the screen. It's complete. A 5-yard loss there is going to bring up 4th down. Well, you can see what they wanted to do. They wanted to set up the screen there, but it got blown up.
It's hard to run that play if you're not getting a lot of pressure at the quarterback because the space doesn't open up. They were able to read that one and slow it down and stop it before they could get a 1st down.
Oh, that's just not fair, and now room to run. Tavon Austin, he's going to go. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. He returns the punt, 64 yards on the score. And the Bucs get the quick strike touchdown. Extra point put through by Boswell. And it's now 21-7. So after surrendering the punt return for a score, let's see what they can do in turn on this kickoff. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. Now Fitzpatrick. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
White 80! 58 to Mike. Watch the out, watch the out. Regular. 58 is a Mike. Hey, high 7. Gonna go 5-0 here. Kill.
On 1st and 10, Fitzpatrick. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Trey Flowers picks it, and they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs, and he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line.
Keep playing hard, fellas.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits, and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
And he's got the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 49. Third down turns to first with that 5-yard pickup.
And the Buccaneers first down.
Now a first carry for their fullback. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Now that's the defense that they were looking for, being able to get extra bodies to the point of attack to deal with the big guy carrying the ball. You really don't want to be in a position where it's a one-on-one tackle with him.
From just shy of midfield, Mariota completes it to Hardman. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. A first down throw for Mariota. And he hauls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. Josh Jacobs with his second touchdown of the game and 5th on the year as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. Boswell good with the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Saints take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Well, look at the clock here. You're inside of a minute. The first half hasn't gone that well for you. How are you going to play this drive?
Well, I've been told by my coaches previously that the intelligent approach, go ahead and run out the clock and start over.
And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off near the 34.
You're trailing, you're trying to get points late in the half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up second and goal. Running is Jacobs, and he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Josh Jacobs in the final seconds of the first half as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. Extra point put through by Boswell, and a rout is on here in this first half. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30.
The Saints take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'd love to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
The Bucs with the lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Once again, it's Jacobs. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustment, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
And for the Saints here on 3rd down, an extra defensive back on the field. From the gun, Mariota taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And he can't quite pick it. No interception so far. That probably should have been their first. But at least it's 4th down. Here comes the Buccaneers punter now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. And this one sails out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25. It will. 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. A big-time play there for New Orleans. 44 yards. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. A run for Nick Chubb, and that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. A good response by the defense, sending them backwards after that huge gain last play.
58 to Mike. I got it. Double tight, double tight. Hey. 4 down. Regular. 58, right over there. Yeah. 34. Yeah, right there. Hey, me and you all day.
Now on 2nd and 13, Fitzpatrick. He finds his man, the tight end Olsen. And this is going to lead to another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 13-yard line.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Tackle there by Leighton Vander Esch.
Take four.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Fitzpatrick eluding the pressure. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Myles Garrett able to record his 5th sack of the season. 3rd and long, Fitzpatrick following the sack. What can he and the gang come up with?
Check that. You draw Corker.
Fitzpatrick. Buying time to his left. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
Rosa's kick is good. And that drops a deficit from 28 to 25. I'm kind of surprised by that they kicked the field goal. I guess you get some points, but this deficit third quarter, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't either. And I'm with you on that one. When you're down that much, kicking a field goal, does it feel a little bit maybe waving the white flag and just want to get out of here? Yeah, I think you got to go ahead and try and get some bigger points on the board.
This will be taken short. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Let's go. Let's go.
Their own 29-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, you think you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First down, Tampa Bay there, a gain of 13.
A gain of 15 yards. First down.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Switch.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And a good burst there gets him 7 up to midfield. Now, I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this fourth quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason.
And he loses the football a second time.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. The Bucs on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Throwing, Mariota. And that's knocked away and incomplete. Jonathan Jones that time, the one who got a hand in, knocked it away.
This defense could use some more of these types of plays. How about him reading it, driving on the football, and he's right there for the pass breakup.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. Mariota to throw for it on 4th. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Clay Matthews. And the Saints are going to get it back and in great shape. Fitzpatrick on 1st down. And the catch good. It's Eifert. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Now Chubb. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. The Saints on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Play fake. It's Fitzpatrick. Sliding out of the pocket. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Myles Garrett in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. He was true on his first. This a tough one from 49 yards away. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And they're back within 3 scores as it's now a 22-point game. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try.
Here we go. Stay with your man. Check 99. Check 99. Watch the edge. Let it go.
Now a first down run is going nowhere. He's going to be dropped in the backfield, a loss of 2. Now that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Mariota to throw it this time. Finding Hardman here over the middle. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. That's good for a Buccaneer first, a pickup of 12 yards. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. The throw over the middle taken in. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. 23 yards on the play. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll run right here with Jacobs. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. A 15-yard touchdown run as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. And let's not forget he had the receiving touchdown earlier. Now a trio of rushing touchdowns. Quite a performance.
Diversification, that's all you can talk about. His ability to do everything leaves him on the field on every down on offense because you can hand it to him as we've seen. But you say 3 rushing touchdowns and, of course, throw it to him where he's caught 1 as well.
And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them.
58's the mic, 58. 58's the mic. Here I come. Smooth. 58, right over there. 35. Mike, 58, right there. Hey, defense.
To throw again on 2nd down. Fitzpatrick completes it to Fitzgerald.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the fourth. This quarterback now 9 of 15 throwing the ball, 60%, and it's 1st and 10. Fitzpatrick again. He's going to let it fly. And, it's complete. What a catch at the 7. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. To the air again, Fitzpatrick. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. And now here comes their final timeout as they take it with 8 ticks remaining. So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal.
Slam, slam, slam. Kill, kill, kill. Kill, kill. Watch safety. Hey, 5-0, 5-0, 5-0. Safety screen.
Here's Fitzpatrick. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go.
incomplete. Brings up third down and 11.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal.
Hey, watch edge, watch edge.
Strong.
58, right over there. 58, right there. Come on. 58, boys, 58.
One last shot now for Fitzpatrick. And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big. Roses now to add the PAT. And oh, he takes off with it. It's a fake. He will push his way down to about the 14. And he is not going to get in here. So the decision to go for 2 does not pay off as they're unable to cut any further into their deficit. So despite the huge deficit, they're going to keep fighting. Here comes the onside kick. And the Buccaneers able to recover. Their hands team does its job. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything